Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So if you saw in one of the previous videos, and honestly, I've just been kind of filming and trying to break things up as I go, but really it's not, these videos haven't really been necessarily like a certain type of project anymore. The storage door one, I tried to keep on its own video, but I feel like for the most part, it's been just kind of like here's what I'm doing over the course of a day video. So I do know that starting this video, my electrical inspection has just got passed, so we can proceed to push forward with actually finishing the inside of this. So for today, my goals are this: get 2 GFCI outlets installed. We're going to be putting one here and one up by the breaker box. Now, if you're unfamiliar, the first outlet in your run needs to be a GFCI, which is a ground fault control interrupter, I believe is what that acronym stands for. But basically what happens is, should there ever be a short in an outlet past this, it's going to trip this outlet on the GFCI rather than follow it to the breaker box and cause a whole lot of issues. So that is code in our area. So we'll have one here because the wire goes from the breaker box to this outlet first, and then that outlet connects all of the outlets up to that corner. Next is this outlet. The wire comes out of the breaker box to this outlet, and from there it travels up, around, and then covers all of these outlets on this wall. So by putting in these 2 outlets, there and there, I can eliminate these extension cords coming through my hole here. I can get my lock put in there, so then this door is good and secure, as well as you guys can see, it's winter time, and that is a whole lot of cold air coming through that. So that's going to help to seal that door up. I can reposition my 3-way to that outlet, plug my refrigerator and my freezer in. I can plug my lights in, and then if I need to add anything else, I can run an extension cord off this one. So I'm going to get those 2 things done, and then as you can see, we have a pile of insulation here. Now I'm not 100% sure how to gauge my insulation. It does say that this will do 48.96 square feet. And I'll be honest, I bought this without actually measuring, so I would like to get that put up into the wall so that I can see how much more insulation I need. Hopefully tomorrow it's not going to be so crappy. I can get my tonneau cover put on my truck, go to the store, get the rest of the insulation so that we can get moving on our drywall. And I don't know why I'm in such of a hurry to do that. I mean, I do know why I want this space done, but as you guys have probably gathered by now, is I hate drywall more than anything else. So that is that. I'll get the camera set up, and if there's anything I feel like I need to narrate or say as I go, any issues or anything I hit, I'll definitely fill you guys in, but if not, enjoy the time lapse. Man, there we go. That is nice. Okay, so now the next thing I need to do for this, there's the outside. I need to get 4 AA batteries, plug them in, and set my combination. But you guys don't need to be seeing that. So I'm gonna get that done, and then you're good to start doing some insulation. All right, so this wall is completely done. Went ahead and made sure I had my insulation tucked down to where my blow-in insulation started. Same thing going up. And then went ahead and pulled all of this insulation out, so it was like this stuff ended up being real nice, but this stuff over here, I had some wires I had to work around, so that doesn't look super pretty, but it's solid. I have a nice big bed of insulation up there, and then I had to cut out around each of these boxes, make sure I get insulation behind the boxes, pull it apart, and I'll show you guys this more in depth as I work my way down this wall tomorrow. For right now, I don't even know what time it is. It is about 4 o'clock, and I promised Rachel I would make burgers tonight for dinner. All right, so it's about 8 a.m. Ran down to Danbaugh real quick and got the rest of the insulation that I need. And yes, that is my heater that's running. Trying to get a little bit of warmth in here before I go nuts with this. Also grabbed my remaining ceiling baffles that I need, my venting baffles that I needed. So we'll get those cut, thrown up there real quick to finish that off. I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to start with the ceiling. I can get a lot of this gone pretty quick by starting with the ceiling, and then that's going to help free up some space down here to work in. So start at the front, and just like we did with these walls, we'll tuck it up in there, staple it to our rafters, and then we're gonna have to split it and go around these wires because you want to keep that cavity nice and filled. If you try to go around it somehow, you're going to create an air, like a void, a nice air pocket that you're gonna lose your R value. So we'll do that around the wires, and then we do have to tuck it behind all of this blocking. So even though the blocking is helpful later on down the road, it makes this part a little bit of a pain. Okay, so I have the ceiling done back to my garage door opener outlet. That part was a little tricky because I forgot I turned blocking up. So I took a piece of cut off and I jammed it up in there. I tried to get it as flat as possible, but you know, I Did it on both sides as well, so that all should be good and insulated. We alternated our seams, that way we don't have just one seam going down. I don't know if that really matters for insulation, but it's something that I thought might help a little bit. You know, you do that on drywall and the drywall's stronger, but you know, it's not for strength, it's for insulation. I'm gonna jump to this wall here. That way, once I get this all done, I can start just shifting stuff up as I'm working my way back. So yeah, I already have a ton of stuff in this garage. How the heck does that happen? So, I don't know. All right, well, you know, once again, you know the drill. Enjoy the time lapse. Alright, so this is actually working out really, really nice. As you guys just saw, I have zero waste because when I'm running my ceilings, I run one full piece, and then one full piece, and then one full piece, and then I come back and I cut, you know, my fillings. Well, then I need to come down here and I need to cut a certain size for these taller cells where I have these little pieces of like bridging when I frame this. Let me take my mask off. So then between the cutoff from there and the cutoff from here, I am able to fill my smaller cells with those two, and it is pretty much perfect. So yeah, there was one right here. I was like a ½ inch short, so I'm just gonna get some spray foam. I'll fill that in, and if that's the worst, then I will gladly take it because this is going really nice. I thought I was gonna have to be moving a bunch of cutoffs too, but no, this is going good. However, it is like 11:15. I'm getting hungry, so I'm gonna break for lunch, and I will be right back here to do more insulation. And in case you're wondering, this does suck, but if the choices were do drywall or be homeless, I'd be homeless. If the choices were do insulation or be homeless, I'd do insulation. It's not necessarily something that I could see myself having fun with, especially like on a day that's 120 degrees in an attic and you're sweating and you got the fiberglass sticking to you, but it's definitely not nearly as bad as drywall. So we got that going for us. Alright, so it is about 3 o'clock. Wow. Wow. This is actually the first time I've started talking without my mask, and I can already notice a difference, just like feeling the sound dampening. It sounds really weird, but like if you've ever talked in somewhere that was like hollow walls or very echoey, and then going to somewhere where it's like a lot of insulation, that, you know, if you know the feeling, you know it. If not, whatever. But I can already tell a difference just based on that. Like I said, it's about 3 o'clock now. I think I started around like 8 this morning. I got the ceiling all done, and the reason I'm kind of reiterating this is my time-lapse camera, the battery died on me, and I'm not sure where you guys saw it to. I won't know until post-production. But I got this ceiling all done, and then I got up to the storage wall done. I got these couple pieces put in. I was just kind of cutting, and yeah, you know. So I don't know if I want to keep going. My back is absolutely destroyed at the moment. So I think I might take a little bit of a break. Just going up and down on the ladder really kind of wears on the old back there. I definitely am over halfway done. Really all I have left to do is that wall, this wall, that wall. Obviously the majority of this wall is a door, so I don't need to insulate that. And then this ceiling, I do need to get one of the bigger ladders from up at the shop down here for this. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it with my ladder that I have here, so that'll be tomorrow. And then actually I might bring my work truck down so that I can get this lumber out of here, because I really have no need for that. These two boards are being used as my cut boards to cut insulation, unless, like, if you have shears, that's great, like just big giant scissors. If not, what I found is easiest is give yourself a nice surface to cut on, take another board and then smush it down, and then just follow that board. It makes that a whole lot easier to cut with a utility knife. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. My back's super tight, and yeah, car just drove past, and that's a huge difference. So definitely gonna try to get this all done tomorrow. I actually forgot I need to get a little bit of 2x4 insulation for this front wall here. And then yeah, hopefully get the drywall up this weekend and the garage door up early next week, because end of next week I think we're getting down in the single digits. So it would be really nice to kind of have this, you know, not done, but I guess insulated, drywalled, and weatherproofed, I think. I don't know. I'm tired. My back hurts. I can't think of my words right now. So, yep, that's the plan.